Well, hello artists, welcome to the Impossible Kingdom. I hope you're ready to get your creative juices flowing. I have my cards set out so we can pick some prompts. I have watercolors, watercolor paper, pencil. Gather whatever you have around your house. Color pencils if you have crayons, anything like that. Paints if you're that ambitious. Get them rounded up. I'm going to pick these cards where we never know what we're going to come up with until we flip these. I'm going to pick the small subject card here, blindly, if you wish. Let's see. Have caterpillar, and I'll put the cards up here on the side. Medium subject card. I'm gonna pick something. That one jumped out. I don't know what that is. Let's see. Bald eagle. All right. Caterpillar, bald eagle, large subjects. Here we go. Pick something out of the middle here. Somewhere. This one. That one. This one. Let's see. Kangaroo. Okay. Sounds fun. Sounds fun. And detail card. So there's 50 of these things. Let's see what we come up with. Somewhere out of the middle. So those are shuffled somewhere in here. It says tricolor. Okay. So what does tricolor say here? Choose only 3 colors at random to complete the whole art piece. That's a super challenge. If you want to do the tricolor, you can do that. If you don't want to do the tricolor, you want to do something else. Webbed feet. So if you want to do the tricolor with me, you can do that, or add webbed feet to your critter, whatever you come up with. Gather your tools, get your creative juices flowing and ready, and here we go. So I'm going to do a couple of quick thumbnail sketches here. The bald eagle, kangaroo, caterpillar. So I envision these big legs like the kangaroo and the tail, maybe like that of the kangaroo. Needs to have wings, gigantor wings, and maybe it just needs a long body like this, like a crazy looking body. Maybe it'll have a really long body. Man, it has these wicked 2 antennae up front, and maybe it needs an eagle. Maybe it needs an eagle beak on there. Man, that looks weird. I like that. I like weird. All right, so if we have this kangaroo tail and butt, then we can have, maybe it's flying. So these legs, the kangaroo legs would be back. Maybe that's what it's doing. Okay, so it's gonna have an extra long body, and then I'm gonna put these legs like this, kangaroo, and he'll have a tail, and then the eagle face, that. I'll have 2 big wings on here. Maybe they're flying like that. Yeah, can do that. And along here, you can have the little tiny things. This eye. The eye needs to be the eagle eye because eagles have the best vision out of all these, I presume. And then these whiskers. I'm gonna put whiskers on there from the kangaroo. And then I'm gonna put these long things on there. And maybe, you know what? This kangaroo, it can be the kangaroo leg shape, and then it'll have the talons like that. Okay, all right, that looks weird. I'm ready. All right, weird enough, I'm ready. Sounds weird. Well, let's do it. All right, so it's gonna be flying here with the caterpillar body, and then this face on here will be this hunter's beak from the eagle, like this. They have really cool eyes. You know what? We could even put the kangaroo ears on here. Giant ears. So now it's even actually makes it a better predator because it can hear extra good. It can hear extra good in here. Okay, so now we have eagle face. Okay, so now he has the vision, the eagle vision. You ever heard the term eagle eye? Because they can spot, I don't know what the fact is, like they can spot a squirrel butt from 300 feet away or something. Probably should know this. If any of you know it, put it in the comments below. How good is an eagle's vision? Okay, so I'm gonna put the other wing out here like this. At the tips, they have these gigantic feathers that stick off. So they have a mid-section of the feathers here, and they have a first section here. This one goes like that, this one's like this. All right, so I'm gonna have to work on this with a pen. And this wing will be in here. So this wing I'm gonna make really foreshortened, so I'm gonna have it closer to the camera. Yeah, and then we need to work on this caterpillar body. So the caterpillar has segments like this. It's gonna need a big kangaroo leg on here. So it's gonna have the kangaroo leg and tail. They can apparently, if they hit you with your tail or their tail, it'll like knock you down. I've never been kicked by a kangaroo, I can't confirm this, but it looks pretty strong. So it's kind of, I'm turning the leg backwards from what I see here. So it has a long front part and these long toes. They're gonna kind of flap down, and then I'm gonna put the eagle talons on the end of these long kangaroo toes. That sounds cute. All right, got talon. So these long, powerful toes will have eagle talon attack force here. Attack force, like that Steven Seagal movie. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, watch it. So this thing's like this leg's like a big meatball back here. So the underside of this quad would be that, and then the front, actually the front of this needs to curve the other way. The kangaroo leg needs to curve, it's very flat, it's like real straight, almost back the other way. So I'm gonna do this, make sure it looks like a kangaroo foot on here, and then their tail is this huge thing, and then these eagle wings need to attach somewhere up here. I'll have the attach here, something like this, and then just start drawing feathers somewhere in here. And again, this section comes in, and then there's another section, a third section of these wings that follows that. So these are smaller feathers in here. In this first section, it's gonna be real small feathers, detailed looking feathers. All right, so we have an eagle head on here. Caterpillar body is really what this is. Cute little wormy body. And then I'm actually gonna put the caterpillar feet because I like these weird down here. So start adding these feet. I'm gonna erase all this. Maybe the eagle claw catches the prey, and then prey. I was gonna say predator. The eagle claw catches the prey, what it's gonna eat, and then these little caterpillar feet will tickle it to death. In my world, that makes sense. All right, so we got those, and big caterpillar leg on there, or kangaroo leg. So this needs to be back that way. All right, this thing connects here, and then I need to add the fuzz of this. And actually, the caterpillar, I want to make the caterpillar legs even back here on the tail so that it continues. Back there in the back, it finally stopped. Kind of like that. Fun. Then, so my pencil work is done. I'm gonna take this black Posca, which is kind of pointy. I'll put it here so you can see it real quick. This Posca is pointy. Shake it up a little bit. So this is where it starts to take shape. And again, if you use the black liner Sharpies or these or otherwise, a lot of people have these smaller pens, which are numbered from 0.5, 0.05, 0.8, 0.1, these sets. These are nice, and I wish I could use these more, but a lot of these just run in water. So I know that I'm gonna add water on here, so if I put these on here, it just, as soon as you put water on it, it's like, just goes everywhere, and then it ruins what I want. So I like these, because when I put water on them, it doesn't go anywhere. Kangaroo ear coming together. And I'm also gonna go back in here and add a bunch of the little caterpillar hairs on the bottom of their feet. Also, so. Oh, and then I also need to add this. All right, so there's that, and then I'm gonna have an ear on the other side. The kangaroo ear. The other side of that. It'll help once I erase a little bit of this, but Alright, here comes that big front wing. Sometimes if you are unsure about something, you just gotta do it a couple times. Like you saw me put this right in the middle of my art. I put a big giant line. You just have to kind of be bold with your stuff sometimes. So if you're kind of unsure, it takes a couple of strokes, or you can use a different piece of paper and practice your lines and then put it on as soon as you're ready, because you can't erase these very easily. So it just takes a little bit of confidence, and then you're off to the races. While I drew this line, I kind of shaped it where I know I'm gonna put these feathers, these giant feathers from this eagle. Other side is done. Also like these pens because you can lay them down or stand them up, and you get different thicknesses. So your line weight changes, which is what I like to be able to control. Okay, so we have those eagle talon feet on here. And I guess I could draw another one on the other side, because most likely it does have another leg on here. So I'm gonna draw it here. So it's got a second leg out the other side. This caterpillar back. And then the challenge of this tricolor will be adding only the 3 colors, but seeing what all, because usually I make stuff like a rainbow. Like I make all sorts of colors on here, but not today. So we have the kangaroo tail on there. Now I'm gonna add the feathers. So the first row of feathers, somewhere in here, and the second row will be in there. All right, now the other way, for the other wing, and the other second row, or the first row, taking this front line just a little bit here. Again, these big feathers, I'm gonna be real confident. Hopefully I don't mess it up. Just one nice line all the way from that little indent that I made all the way back. Gives me something nice to color in also. There you go. So now I have lines that are kind of easy to color in. All right. Now the second set. See, I have my paper is taped down, so it's kind of hard because I can't turn it. So that's why it gets kind of a little awkward, but yeah. So I'm just trying to draw these in as best I can here. So these feathers are all going to be smaller. I'll do the second set on the bottom wing, the closer wing. And they don't have to be perfect. And then I'm gonna put just hints of feathers on that first section, so they don't have to completely come up, but you should be able to tell that it's something happening up there. All right, and then I'm gonna add these little micro lines to the whole bottom part of this caterpillar, little caterpillar feet. This again is how they're gonna tickle their prey into submission here, until they just can't go on anymore. I'm gonna put some hairs in between, all along the back as well. Here's those hairs, and then just a few. Okay, that works. And I think I might put a separator on this leg so that I can put these as orange. I think I'm gonna have them shaped like the kangaroo legs, but have them be not furry. So I'm gonna have them orange like the chicken, or the chicken.
Just like the chicken, just like the bald chicken.
I'll have them just like the bald eagle. Here are the talons. There we go. Okay, so I'm done with the inking. I'm gonna erase the pencil and stuff, and get to the color. So in this tricolor approach, I'm gonna use 3 colors that I like. So I'm gonna pick blue, I'll pick green, need a brighter green probably, a little more variation, bright green, and then I'll do a yellow. So my 3 colors, I'm gonna go with blue, orangey, yellowy, greeny. So yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna want the beak to be orange. And again, these colors are pretty nice for blending. You put a little bit on, they go a long way. So the inside of all these caterpillar patterns will be here. And then, you know what? I'm gonna add, no, maybe I won't. Keep it simple, right? Keep it simple. And then these legs will be orangey. What's that? Maybe these things on top will be orange. These antennae, these Wonka pillar things. Now blue, I think blue will be the main color of the whole body, and perhaps green. So that first wing color will be blue. The body will be bluish greenish with the yellow highlight maybe. That works. His ears will be kind of blue to tie back in. And then the tips of this will be green. So the green will be the transition, I think, between the yellow and the blue. And then these caterpillar greenies down here. Caterpillars have these awesome patterns and stuff. That's the one thing I was gonna add a second ago on here to the body. Add some more patterns and stuff up there, but might make it a little bit muddy, a little bit cluttered, so I chose not to do that. So this face is gonna be kind of green, like caterpillar green, and then it'll have a transition strip here. I'm gonna put a little bit of orangey on the back of this whole thing, and then on the tops of this leg, and the tips of all these wings will be this yellow. So we've got our tricolor here. Now I just need to see how it fits together. Okay, so the color, I'm gonna make a blue eye also. Need some little color in there. Now let's see how this water blends together. So I have my towel. The towel, of course, pulls up the color if you need to pull color off of there. We have this brush wet and ready, and I'm gonna get to it here. So I'll do the yellow first. Since I'm right-handed, I'm gonna start on the top left since I'm right-handed and pull stuff back towards the other way. Otherwise, I'll be dragging my hands. If you're left-handed, you probably want to start on the right so that you don't drag your hand through it. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm trying to transition this yellow and green, so I'm going to go ahead and do the green on the face here real quick before it gets too muddy. Now back to the yellow. So I'm gonna do the wings here on the yellow, or yellow on the wings, I should say. And you want to, with watercolors, you want to leave some of the white, because once you lose the white of the paper, it's hard to get that back. It's kind of like trust. Once you lose it, it's hard to get back, you know? So this is actually a lot more yellowy than I thought. I thought it was going to be more of a orange. And this is actually turning out more yellow colored, which is fine. Gotta work with what we got, right? Wing yellow in here. There's some of that. That's fun. I'm gonna go back up. While that kind of dries, I'm gonna go back to the face here, the ears, get this blue started. That's a fun little blend. Now back to the bottom blue here. Oh, I didn't clean my brush out. See it there, picking up some of that yellow. Yellow. You go immediately into this green, the green eyelets, whatever you want to call them here. That way those greens kind of blend back up in there. That's nice. I like how that works. And then onto these legs. I'm gonna get the middle yellows of the caterpillar legs. Those on there. It's quick. I'm gonna get the green of this eagle wing here in the middle. And green of the other wing. So that wing's all finished. Get that eye. And then straight into this wing, the blue wing closest to us to finish it out here. It kind of works. All right, so there's our tricolor bird, caterpillar, kangaroo. Now that the color's done, it's still drying and wet, so I don't know how it's gonna work, but I'm gonna go back in with my Posca, add a couple more defining lines to hint at like shadow and stuff like that. So now that the color is done, I'm going to take this Posca again, and as this is drying, it's still wet, I can see, but I'm going to carefully add in some lines, some directional lines around the tail and stuff like that, and it'll give just a little more definition, hint at a little bit of shadow, like under this wing, and then we'll see. Don't do it when it's too wet. Well, that about does it for my caterpillar, kangaroo, bald eagle with a tricolor. This is actually the first time I've tried this specific card, the tricolor. If you did webbed feet, good job. I haven't tried all the cards under the sun, so it was kind of fun to do that. Limiting yourself kind of pushes yourself to do something new that you haven't done before. Hopefully you like what you drew. Stick it up on the fridge, tell people all about it, and thank you so much for watching and subscribing and doing all that stuff. We'll see you next time.